Hello and welcome. My name is Eve Bradley and I am so pleased that you have found me and this course because I 100% believe that you are here for a reason, and after you've completed this course you are going to know exactly what that reason is. So for this introductory module of the Freedom, Recovery and Transformation course, I'm going to be introducing myself and telling you a little bit of my story and how this course came into existence. Then I'll share what kind of results you can expect from completing the entire programme, and I've popped a little course summary in the link below the video so you know what topics we'll cover over the next 10 days. I'll also be explaining the format of the course and exactly how the easy method works. And then we will dive into the first topic, which is all about habits and intentions. So before we do that, I just wanted to introduce myself, share a little bit of my story. So my name is Eve and I'm a mother to two amazing little girls, and I've spent pretty much my entire adult life in two abusive relationships. During this time, I poured my heart and soul into relationships with these men who were both manipulative and controlling, who told me that I was mentally unwell and isolated me from my friends and family. They took advantage of my generous and resourceful nature as I built our businesses, only to be restricted from spending money or socialising with friends. They hid their addictions from me until I was under their spell and committed to creating a lifetime of happiness with them. They used intimidation and violence to scare me into complying, who declared that they loved me deeply and that we were soulmates, only to then accuse me of being unfaithful and dishonest when really it was them who couldn't be trusted. They disguised their true identities while stripping me of mine, and they fathered my two children only to become more abusive, more controlling and more intimidating once I was pregnant. And it was when I was pregnant with my youngest that I had what can only be described as an epiphany. And one day, as he was blocking me from escaping from yet another of his rages, I looked into his eyes and I saw nothing but black holes. And in that moment, it was like I literally left my body and I looked down on myself and my life, and I just declared that this couldn't be my life for another second longer. And I went into the kitchen and I grabbed my daughter's hand and my car keys and my phone, and I ran through the front door and I never went back. And whilst I was relieved that I had escaped, I couldn't understand why it hurt so much, why I felt so utterly exhausted, so confused and lost and betrayed, and even at times completely numb. I couldn't understand how I could still love someone who'd I'd had so many arguments with, who'd been verbally and physically abusive towards me, and who I'd even been driven to fighting back with and behave in ways that were so out of character that I hardly recognised myself in the mirror anymore. And yet I still felt like I loved him. And so I started to look for answers, to try and find others who had been through something similar and who might be able to help me to make sense of it all. And what I found absolutely horrified me. There were so many others who had been through the same as I had. Their stories, it was like they had been watching my life and telling my story, and I just couldn't believe it. And I felt like I had to do something. I had to turn what I'd been through into a positive in some way. And even though I was homeless, pregnant and penniless, the one thing I did have was time. The world went into lockdown and I'd walked away from my business. I was pregnant and there was absolutely no prospect of work. So I made a promise to myself and to my daughters and to every other survivor of domestic abuse that I would do everything I could to heal, to learn, to share and to grow, to raise awareness and prevent others from falling into the same pattern that I had. And so that is what I did. I spent every day healing, resolving my trauma, educating myself, completing courses and qualifications, supporting other survivors and listening to their stories. I collected resources, I made notes, I charted my progress, and then with the help of those survivors, healers and medical professionals, I started to put it all together into this course. And as some of the content of the course goes into mental health, psychiatric practices and psychological theory, I feel it is important for you to know that this course has been reviewed and approved by a doctor who works daily with patients who have been diagnosed with mental health illness and personality disorders. That said, please be aware that this course is not a replacement for medical treatment, and if you have any concerns or questions about your own mental health and the possible treatment options available to you, please discuss these with your doctor as soon as possible. This course can absolutely be used to run alongside traditional therapies and treatments and to help you to understand more, to move forward, to reconnect with yourself and to rebuild your identity. This is the course I wish I had found when I fled from my abuser, and it's the one that has got me to where I am today. Confident, happy, deeply in love with myself, and excited to be living the life I know me and my girls always deserved. I'm still healing and I'm still growing, and that is what life is all about. But out of all this mess, I found my purpose, and I want you to do the same, because you, more than anyone, deserves happiness right now, and you already have everything that you need right inside you. During the course, you're going to learn a lot, and much of what I share is truly transformational. And it doesn't matter if you've been free of the abuser for 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, or 10 years. The information in this course is for you. It's not only about empowering you with knowledge, it's also about locking in that knowledge so that it becomes a part of your everyday reality. So you're going to discover why you find it so hard to stop thinking about the abuser and how to release the addiction you feel to that person. You're going to learn a huge range of techniques and skills to eliminate the abuse symptoms you feel, regardless of how long you've been suffering. You're going to create a method of communicating with toxic individuals that will make you feel strong and empowered. You're going to know how to finally rest and use your energy to support yourself and your loved ones to create the life that you have always dreamt of. You're going to grow your confidence when it comes to money and release the after effects of financial abuse forever. You're going to connect with your authentic self and be filled with a deep self-love and self-confidence that you never knew existed. And you're going to learn so much more about yourself and your beliefs and your values as you finally begin to feel joy, inspiration and hope for a life free from abuse and the toxic people that drain your energy and your light. And you're going to learn how the easy method can be used in every part of your life, any challenge that you want to overcome, and help you to achieve any goal that you set for yourself. So, the easy in your easy life is an acronym, and it stands for education, action, support, and your mindset. And each module is going to follow that exact format. This technique is tried and tested to cultivate understanding, enact change, lock in growth, and create shifts in the mindset that are truly transformational and facilitate deep and lasting healing. And as we work through the modules, you'll find a short introduction to the module explaining what we'll be looking at, why it's important and how it plays a role in your healing journey. Then there'll be a separate video for you to watch, just like the ones below this one, in which we'll go through the education, the action, the support and the your mindset elements of each module. We are also running a pretty amazing giveaway where you can win a prize just for showing up and for being engaged with the course and really taking ownership of these next 2 weeks as the start of something really new for you and your life. And you'll find the details of just what you can win and how to do it in the support video. But first, I just want to explain that each module page will look similar to this one in that you'll find 5 videos to watch. You will also see that below some of the videos there are links and resources and workbooks, and these are for you to explore, to utilise and to work through as you complete each module. Me or a member of my team are always on hand to support you if you're having any technical issues, so please don't hesitate to pop over an email or post into the Facebook group if you're struggling with any aspect of the course. So for the rest of this module, you'll find the next 4 videos give you a little more of an explanation as to why that element of the easy method is important, and share the content of today's topic, which is habits, intentions and rituals. So head down to the next video and I'll see you there.